is Jen. I am the Unorthodox Healer. I'm based in southern Scotland in the United Kingdom. It's a beautiful sunny late winter morning here, and you're very welcome. I apologise if the sun is casting some shadows over my table, but hey, let's make the most of the fact that there is actually some sunshine out at the moment, because we have had some really grim days recently, and a really bad storm too recently. So this is a reading for Scorpio. Wherever you have it in your chart, it is also for cross-watchers, or you might have just stumbled upon this and you're wondering what on earth's going on. You might have just woken up whilst it's been on autoplay. So I tend not to read reversals, and I only take cards that jump out at me. There is an awful lot of planetary activity going on at the moment, and this is being recorded at just after the new moon in Aquarius in February. You need to be manifesting the things that you want in your life. You might be feeling quite sort of dynamic at the moment, and a bit of a go-getter, and not suffering fools gladly at the moment. You're wanting to feel as though you're doing things and you're putting plans in place and starting new ideas. That is potentially because a couple of the planets have been going backwards energetically recently, and they're just moving forwards again now. So it might be a time when you're feeling really dynamic. It's also helped because in the Northern Hemisphere we're starting to realise that the days are longer, the plants are starting to come out, there are buds on the trees, and we're getting some snowdrops and some of these really late winter, early spring flowers out in the garden. So generally it is a time to start sort of looking forwards and planning your life. But Aquarius is got Pluto in it for the next 20 years. So this is not only about short-term planning, but this is also about long-term plans too, setting the seeds that as to how you want the next 20 years to be. So this is quite a new tarot deck that I'm using. It doesn't seem to be particularly forthcoming, she says, as the cards go everywhere, in giving me cards. She'll do a couple more shuffles. Cards for Scorpio. I am going to take that one because that one did its damnedest to try and get out. So Scorpio, let's see what we have. The underlying energy. This is I can't remember what this deck's called. It's called the Everyday Witch Tarot set. I had the oracle cards for this when I first started reading tarot, and they're really beautiful, cheery cards. So I just treated myself to the tarot set as well. They have quite different meanings from the typical Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So we shall see as to what the reading is that we get today. So you can see that, as I said, I don't usually read reversals, and the Emperor and the Three of Cups were reversed, but I don't think that they should be. I'm going to see whether the deck wants to give me another card to go with the Knight of Swords. Is there something to clarify the Knight of Swords, please, for Scorpio? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so this will have changed the underlying energy. And the underlying energy that we have this time is the King of Swords. We can all learn important things from one another. The King of Swords is somebody who is very in charge of their emotions and truths. And this is saying that there is always something to learn, not only from a situation that you might be in or things that happen to you in your life, but Scorpio, that there are important things to learn from one another. At the moment, the previous reading I did was very much about slowing down, about our lives being so busy. That was for Libra. And it is very much the case that we lead although we lead busy lives, we also lead quite solitary lives because we're so busy with our own lives that we don't sit down and, how many of us now actually have dinner around a table all together as a family? If you have a family, obviously. Some of us don't. I don't. I have dinner with my dogs. So how many of us actually all eat together? How many of us do have a day where we spend time with our loved ones or our friends and our family and actually sit and listen to each other rather than sit and watch telly or a film or sit and message each other and we're in the same room but we're all on YouTube or TikTok or whatever? How many of us actually sit and listen when somebody speaks to us? The cards that we have that go with the King of Swords are the Judgment card with the Hierophant, the Magician with the Emperor, the King of Wands with the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Swords is the last card. You have, interestingly, 4 major arcana cards here together. The Judgment card is number 20. It says all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And interestingly, I did a reading with Aries, I think it was, and they had that as an oracle card. And it wasn't the Judgment card, but it did say that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And this is with the Hierophant. Tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. The King of Swords here is writing something. At the moment, the way that the planets are aligned with Jupiter, Venus and Mars, I think it is, all in these planetary alignments at the moment, one of the things that is getting flagged up as a good time to do something is writing. Journaling, putting down your memoirs, publishing something. This is a really incredible time for you to make yourself known or get known. It's interesting here that you have the King of Swords here who is writing a book by the looks of things. And the Knight of Swords here is surrounded by books here. And I think it says on her jacket there, on her bib, it says book blogger. This is quite specific, but are you, Scorpio, looking at journaling, becoming a vlogger, or something which is about you communicating your life or your experiences or your knowledge to others? Now is the time to be doing that. You can also see here, I hope you can make out that she has a big white feather in her hand, and that could be a quill. Quills are writing implements from the past. I feel as though this reading is telling you that you should be writing about things that happened to you in the past, Scorpio. The Hierophant card says tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. Writing books have changed these days, and not only do I feel that you should be looking at alternative ways to get your message out there, but that you shouldn't be afraid of rocking the boat with the things that you have to say. Perhaps people would be shocked by the things that you would put in a book, how you would write about your past and the things that have happened to you. But you definitely need to be writing something, because you have things that other people need to hear and learn from. Perhaps you need to also be writing the stories of what other people have told you or that you've learned from other people. The next cards we have are the Magician and the Emperor. The Magician is somebody, it says you have everything you need to do anything you want. Again, Pluto is in Aquarius now for the next 20 years. This is about, because we're just at the start of Pluto's journey into Aquarius, this is about manifesting and putting the things in place. It's about growing these plants and nurturing them so that you get to where you want to be. And you have all of the skills to be able to get there. And the Emperor backs this up because it says being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. You are being called to write your life story or things that have happened to you in the past. And you will also not only be helping other people, but you will be, they always say that writing is cathartic, that you learn almost as though sort of the more that you write your problems out, the more sense your head makes of your problems. And I do feel as though this is going to benefit you as well, that when you write this down, you will become an authority on your own life. And that it is a responsibility to put all of that in print, whether that's virtually or in an actual book. But you will become your own master. There will be something incredible that you will feel when you get all of this stuff down on paper. I apologise if you can hear Meg, my rescue bulldog, snoring. She's in a little bit of sunshine over there, and she has got a big old squishy face, and she does make dreadful noises when she sleeps, so I do apologise. Hopefully you can still hear the birds and things over the top of her snoring, and you can still hear me talking as well. The next two cards we have are the King of Wands and the Three of Cups. The King of Wands says, shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. This is about communicating again. Communicating again. I can say it properly. She's on the phone. Again, this is another way that you are going to shine your light bright enough for others to follow. Is this going to be a book? Is this going to be a YouTube channel? Is it going to be both? Is it going to be a podcast? But it's something that people are going to listen to, as opposed to Meg snoring. You are going to be a light that others will follow. Whatever your story is, Scorpio, and I don't know what it is, but this is all a beautiful reading. So this doesn't have to be a tale of woe that you're explaining to people. But however you're going to do it, it will be in a way that will hook other people in. Because the Three of Cups says, come together with your coven. You're going to get followers here. You are going to find your tribe and your coven, if you like. This isn't aimed at just witches. This is non-denominational. But people are going to want to follow you. And the Knight of Swords, it says, be ambitious, chase your every dream. And I honestly think that you're going to end up having all of these publications, that you're going to have a huge following in whatever and however this is that you're going to write about, whatever it is that you're writing about. And there's a unicorn at the back. I honestly think that you never thought that you would get to this point where you do have such a following and that you're inspiring people as you are. But I honestly think that by telling truths, because swords are about truths as well, by being honest about what it is that you want to tell people, incredible stuff's going to happen. You're going to have people looking up to you. This is you. You're going to have people going, wow, listen to this person. They want to be part of you. They want to get and to learn more and hear about your life and how you are going to follow and how these people are going to follow you and what they can learn from you. I just think this is a really beautiful reading, Scorpio. I know it's quite specific, and these readings, because there are millions and millions of Scorpios out there, this is never going to resonate for everybody. But if it has, please leave me a comment and tell me if this has been something that you have been drawn to do. You have to do it, because the cards are saying you will not go wrong as long as you're authentic and you are honest with what you're writing and why you're writing it. It's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit the people that are reading it and following you. If this has resonated, fantastic. If you would like to also subscribe, that draws my readings out to more people on YouTube, and it inspires me when I see that people leave comments and that people are enjoying things that I'm doing. So thank you so much, Scorpio. You take care. Have a beautiful rest of your February, and come back soon. Thanks. Bye.